We have more 12 gauge purple wire, aluminum wire left from the dollar store. This is made to tie up plants. So they offer it for $1 and you get a lot. This is half of it. I already used up a lot. So let's make some more stuff and use it up. That's what I'm saying. This is similar to a bracelet I did for men in another video where I just used this color because it's obviously a masculine male color. It's antique copper colored. It's brown. And this is a feminine color because it's purple, obviously. See the difference? So now I'm going to show you the genius of doing the same thing with purple, but we're going to make it even more fun. So I don't even remember, I never learned from myself even, let alone learning from others. I don't even remember how much I took last time for each of these links, so I'm just going to guess and say I'm going to take about that much. And that much is equal to, in standard measurements we use some places, that's about 3 inches, a little over. So now I'm going to take a bunch of them and cut them the same like that. That's 11 there. Hopefully that's enough. And take your baby anvil that you can get. This is actually a full-size anvil, but every time it got hit, it just got compacted and compacted until now it's like barely the size of a fitting in your hand. So can you imagine how long people have been hitting this? Hundreds of years before they got it this small. So if I just keep hitting it and hitting it, it's going to get smaller and smaller until it's like too small to see. And then you pretty much got to buy a new one and start all over again. Get yourself some leather to put underneath it or something soft. I don't know, like some roadkill or something. Some old pillow that someone threw out that hopefully doesn't have bed bugs. Get it like a block of wood or something that's more firm, and put that leather down or the soft thing, and then the metal thing, and then put these things on top, and then get a hitter thing, the things that the carpenters use to hit things that are pointy that go into wood, that hold wood to other wood. This is my hitter thing. Make sure your hitter thing also has a claw in the back in case you have an itch that you can't reach. I'm just gonna hit them all at the same time because I've gotten so skilled at this. And you should probably do them one at a time and just like do a bunch of taps to like flatten it out all the way across, and then flip it over and flatten it out again, make sure it's even, and then, you know, hit it as many times as you need to get nice and even. But I'm just gonna hit it one time because I'm like, I'm just amazing at this, and I've gotten skilled. I'm gonna flatten them all with one hit. Here goes. There you have it. Take your little flat pieces, whether you've learned to flatten them with one hit or with 237 hits. All right, let's see if we remember how to do this. Take some round nose pliers and camera, show us what we're looking at. There, you know, camera, you're messing it up. There you go. Get to the roundest part and make a nice round part like that, but then bend the other part back. So I don't like that loop. That's not fat enough. You got to get yourself a fat loop. There you go. Get it around the fat. Whoops, you weren't watching. Get it around the fat part of the fattest part of the round nose pliers, right? And then get it there, and then pinch it. Wait, let's put these back. I'm inventing something. Let's hold the round nose there, and then take your. I don't like these. The spring is not good in them. Let me get a new pair. The flat nose and pinch it while they're still on the round nose, and then you get, oh, now they're stuck. Okay, they came off. See, now you get that nice, ooh, pretty. Now, how long do you want it? It depends on you, how big you want your links, but watch what happens. Bend it about right there, right angle, right? And then, oh, I think I'm doing this video better than last time. I'm actually learning something. Wrap it again around the fattest part of the round nose, right? All right, let's turn it around this way. Okay, see that? Now, we're going to turn this, I'm gonna press right here and turn it, and we're gonna pull this out diagonally like that. And then we're gonna press this so that that loop is straight with that loop. And then we're gonna twist the flat part of this so it's gonna start coming around and wrapping around like this. Look at that, it's so pretty. It's pretty because it's purple. Not anything I'm doing. The purple is just the power of purple. Look at that. The power of purple compels you. The power of purple compels you. And comes around. Look at that. So pretty. And then get that off of there. And yeah, you know what, maybe you should take a little more than the 3 1/4 inches, because this is almost perfect to get it into the scarf. But what we're gonna do is just this one, we're just gonna pinch it hard like that, and you basically wanna get rid of that sharp end. So I'm pinching it, pinching. Some people say, can you hammer it again? You really don't wanna hammer it too much now. You're gonna start weakening and hurting things, but you wanna pinch it from different angles until you're like smoothing it in there, till you can touch it and there's no sharp end. You pull it backwards, rub it any which way, nothing scratches you. If you feel a tiniest bit of scratch, just pinch it a little more. You're smushing down anything that could scratch someone. Now, you'll find with this purple, like on the very ends, you'll have a little bit of silver because the coating was scratched off. Get yourself a purple Sharpie, and seriously, I'm not joking, purple Sharpie. Like, let's try. I have a metallic purple Sharpie just by chance. I really didn't buy it for this video. I just happen to have one. I don't even know if it's dead. I've had it forever. Let's see if it even works. Yeah, it's good. So let's try it on here and see if it works. Oh baby, we're good. You don't need a metallic one. You could get any purple, but oh no, now it's not working. There it goes. Oh yeah, you got to really get it on there. You can still see a little bit of the silver shiny. So might need to put a few layers. Maybe you guys know something else, but mostly if you tuck that sharp end, you're not going to see it. So here's our first one. Wow, camera, you're not very smart. There we go. Let's see if we can do the next one now that we got really good at this. You got like that. We're just come around like that. Oh, that's a little much. Let's only leave a little bit of a tab on the end. Let's make our tab first. Let's make our tab. We only want this much of a tab this time. Okay, so let's back up. Hopefully I didn't wonk this out too much. Once it's really flat like this, it's a little fragile. If you bend it back and forth too many times, you can break it. So, okay, trying to get it back in the circle, back where I had it. Okay, and now we're gonna do our thing where we grab these guys and pinch it, try to get it that nice and straight. Okay, I think that's, yeah. Okay, so it doesn't look as pretty. Don't be mad at me, I tried. But this time we're gonna make our other one much closer. I mean, we're gonna make that bend. We're gonna make this little part in the middle between the two loops much smaller. So I think we'll have more room left to wrap all the way to the scarf. You'll see what I mean in a second. So we're wrapping around this, turn it diagonally like that, and then start to roll it like that. Okay. See, we're all ready. It's not looking as pretty as the first one because I didn't take as much care. I just try to rush it. What's wrong with me? All right, so hold that, and we're just gonna start scarfing it. Bring it around and around and around. See, I almost had enough. What I want to do is tuck the sharp end into the loop and make it really, really disappear. So maybe 4 inches. Maybe these strands should be 4 inches next time. But it's totally going to work with 3 inches. It's just, you want to get that nice, you want to have enough of your end left that you can tuck it right into that loop, because then it really disappears. But at least I have it tucked in enough. I'm hiding most of the silvery shiny part now. And it looks a little bit funky and goofy. Not as pretty as the first one. So you guys can decide if you see, look, there's the good sibling, and there's like the other one. And this one's like, oh, I get onto all the nice colleges and everything in life comes easy for me. And this one is like, Mom, why are you always like him better than me? Why can't I get the nice things too? And this goes, oh man, because you don't know how to be smooth and beautiful like me. I can't teach you. It's just how I am. And he's like, Mom, he's picking on me again. Oh, please. I'm going to go play with my chess friends, and we're going to go do some academic activities you wouldn't even understand. Goodbye. Ma, I think he just called me dumb. Anyway, the sibling rivalry aside, let's make some more of these. Now, if you get one like this where you do manage to get it up far enough that it's starting to scarf the next loop, then you want to cut it off halfway across that loop. And it's really, you want to get it right to the millimeter that's going to tuck it just right. How do you do that? Just trial and error. You'll get it, but don't try to be perfect. But once you have that little sharp end, then you just take your pliers and you want to tuck it into the loop. But it's not going to be perfect. You still got to just squeeze it and pinch it and squish that sharp corner right there down. Just pinch it down, pinch it in. So see, it's still not totally perfect. It's not totally tucked, but it's not going to scratch anyone. And that one can even get pinched in a little bit more. Really jam it there. See, now it's starting, the corner is starting to wrap in there. So get it something like that. If you can actually, if you make bigger loops and you can actually shove the sharp end in there, then, you know, do that too. Okay, so I always say if you're gonna make an adjustable bracelet, you should make it as small as the smallest common wrists, which are about 5 inches, and then add about 2.5 inches, 3 inches of extender chain so they can clasp it and adjust it. You're not gonna find purple jump rings as far as I know, but the next closest thing that blends nicely is black. Black gunmetal jump rings, and those are pretty easy to find. And I have a whole bunch of them in different sizes here because I'm just been saving up for an amazing long time. So these are 8mm, 10mm. Either one will work fine. So basically, I really need only about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I only need about 6 of these, and then that's good enough for the smallest wrist with the jump rings and everything. Then you can get a cool big lobster clasp, or if you want, I'll show you how to make your own clasp with one of your purple pieces, which is super fun. Basically, you're gonna do another one of these. I think if I can remember how to do this. I'm making this up as I go because I don't quite remember. But this time you're gonna pinch it. It's gonna be a much smaller loop, right? And let's see. We're basically making a hook. That's your what's it called? That is your clasp. Is basically a modified hook. So we're just gonna bend this around like that. And then come around like that. And I think that's about enough right there. And now we'll just curl this around. So we'll use our round nose again. I mean, yeah, round nose pliers. So we want just enough of a loop that we can get a jump ring in there. And roll it a little bit, tuck in the sharp end. Okay, make sure these sharp ends are a little more exposed. So you're gonna flatten it like this. Just give it a little squeeze. This one here too. A little squeeze. Just make sure those sharp ends aren't going to come out and scratch anyone anytime soon. And you know, make sure it's even and straight. And that's with a jump ring. That's going to be your hook. And you're going to use it to hook on to the jump rings at the other end to close it up. Now you can adjust this a little bit, make it better, get a little more of a hook so it doesn't come undone. And then the tension of the wrist, if you put it tight enough, will hold it on. If it's going to be loose and you feel like this is going to come undone while they're wearing it, after they put it on, you can pinch it closed like that. See, that doesn't even pinch closed that well, but you don't want to open and close it too many times every day or it'll start to break right there. So this is not like the most optimal clasp, but it will functionally work. And, you know, it's if you don't have a lobster clasp, you know, it looks cool. You can make yours look cooler than mine. Mine looks a little bit like he's a little drunk. Now you can stop right there, and that's a really cool, pretty bracelet, right? I mean, if I have to compliment the bracelet I just made, but let's have more fun and put some little dangly beads all over the place. These are bright fuchsia, hot pink colored shell beads. Really pretty. It's just like, like an overload of pretty pink. You could also do amethyst if you wanted to make it like an ultra purple bracelet. Oh, now that I'm looking at them, I think, let's try the amethyst. Ooh, ultra purple bracelet it is. Luckily, I have black gunmetal 20 gauge wire. Haha, coated copper. So this is gonna be a piece of cake. Just gonna take a little bit, tiny little bit. We're gonna take one of our beads, put it in. Now you could just make a loop and a loop and be done with it, but it's kind of prettier. You won't see it too much with the black gunmetal, but you'll see a little bit of it. Make a right angle. Leave yourself about 1/2 inch, a little less. Start to roll it backwards. There's your little loop. That's a nice way to make a loop, right? Press this bead up against the loop. Make sure it's sticking out nice and straight from the bead. Pull it tight, hold it tight, and now make another right angle. This time, now make sure you do take at least this much wire. This is like maybe 3 inches. This time, hold the round nose pliers right there like that. Wrap it around your pliers. Roll it. And then come around your bead up to the top and tuck it in. Tuck it around the loop. I actually didn't take enough. Let me try that again. You really do need like 3 full inches, which is like 6.5 centimeters. All right, so try that again. Turn that, roll it. Nice loop. Press bead against it. Press it as tight as it can go. Bend a right angle. Grab it right here. Whatever size loop you want. Wrap around the pliers. Roll it till they're lined up. Keep holding it on the pliers like this. Wrap it around, and then wrap it around the bead, and then wrap it around the top loop. Now, we cut it right there so we can just tuck in the little end. See that little end there? Just pinch it right in there, boom, till it's gone. Make sure it's pinched enough that it disappears. And now we have like this cool, that looks a little cooler than just putting 2 loops, right? And basically, you can just put them on here. Right now you'll have one side that opens and one that doesn't. And the side that opens, you can open it up like a jump ring and put it right on the jump ring that's in between each of your purple links. Make sure you tuck it in good, and you have a dangly part. If you want it to dangle more, you can put a couple little jump rings in between. You know, that's up to you. There we go. How do we like that? Fun, right? Super fun, almost too much fun.